What's up, friends? Hey, friends. Welcome back to a YouTube Let's Chat with Jbax. Okay, let me just set the scene right now. Here we go. I got a salt lamp, like a literal lamp that has salt in it, and it is 8:06 on a Tuesday. And I just got home from sushi with a friend, and I'm like running, like, I gotta get here and do some light. I have to come here while there's lights still out. That's what I'm going to say. So I'm running here. I'll do a fit check and I'll show you what I'm doing right now. So first off, before the fit check, here is what I was doing. My cat likes this chair. Like, do you see this? All right, well, there's that. Fit check. I got some Rick and Morty socks on. I got some Morty. All right. For anyone who has a foot fetish, that I guess was for you. But what's up, my party people? We are going to chat about your own personal fitness journey. And as always, welcome to this YouTube podcast version of Let's Chat with Jbax. This is my intro. Something fun about me. When I do literally anything, like eating, moving, doing things besides working out, I usually have to do this with my hair, and then I'll go on with my life. And then once I'm done, say eating, I'll just take it out and let it down and let her go. So that's a little bit about me. But I am going to start us off on the podcast. So here I go. As always, I'm sitting at 3 to 4 bay windows because it's how you build confidence. People look at you while you're doing something that may make you uncomfortable, and you just embrace it. All right, so 3, 2, 1, friends. Here we go. Hey, friends. Welcome back to Let's Chat with Jbax. This podcast will encompass fitness, mindset, and lifestyle. I spit some mad fire from my mouth to your ears in these episodes on my thoughts, experiences, and tips that I have developed along the way. Life is about experiencing it and sharing it, reflecting and growing. I add some humor. You all know what I'm going to say. Because I believe I'm funny. I cheer up half the time, and I'm just grateful to have you here with me on this journey. Today, we are going to talk about your personal fitness journey. So for any of my podcasters with me, I'm also putting this on YouTube. I'm looking at myself right now. I'm wearing some hooped earrings, and we are living. We have some chai tea in a cup, and it's too hot for me to drink, but I will sip throughout this episode. So, your own personal fitness journey. Let's get after it. Everyone's fitness journey looks different. Let's acknowledge that right now. Fitness is not a one-size-fits-all. We all have different goals. We have different body types, different injuries, differences that define us, but not in a negative way, ever. Think of your fitness journey, whatever it is right now. I'll pause for you guys to think. How long ago did you start? Have you even started? Or have you fallen off? And are you thinking about if you should even restart? Shout out to Kristen for asking this question of should I restart my fitness journey when I fell off a year ago? You, my girl, inspired this episode. So the answer, no. No matter how many times you fall off, you should definitely start again. There is a stigma about fitness journeys. and that they should result in major weight loss, in muscle gain, etc. But think of fitness journey with a different twist. They are to prevent injuries. They make you happier. They allow you to feel more confident. And yes, they oftentimes result in weight loss or muscle gain. But think of yourself and understand how far you've came, whether it's on a fitness journey or any journey, and how long it took you to get there and where you are today. If you are someone who may have fallen off, maybe you were in a kick for a week, a month, a few months, a year. Maybe it was because you had a trip you were getting ready for, or a special event like a wedding, or training to mark something off as a goal. Fitness journeys are not linear. They go up and down and all around. My fitness journey has not always been consistent. When I reflect back to my journey, when I started back in late 2014, early 2015, I had some setbacks. But essentially, I made a promise to myself that I was going to work on myself. And I truly haven't ever fully looked back. But that does not mean that I did not take weeks off. That does not mean that I felt happy with myself every second of every day. And that does not mean that I did not tell myself that I should just give up. Cars, man. I just chose to keep going, to be my own motivator. And I am able to be my own motivator. Because you know why? Because I did fall off before. And I started over. When I was in high school, I was super fit. I played basketball and soccer, where conditioning makes me want to puke, a cardio throw up. You know, where your stomach turns and it's in knots, that if you run one more lap or a suicide down the court, you are going to yak. Yeah, that. One time, I pushed myself so hard running. I think it was called 3-minute goalposts. I don't know, whatever it was. But I ran so hard, pushed myself to be in the top 3, that once I was at the end, I was even with another girl to be 3rd place. And I fell into the goal and cried because I was so fatigued. Also, I figured if I cried, they wouldn't make me run again if I lost. So, and I truly admit that. I don't know which one it was, but I really do think that was one of the reasons why I cried. Anyways, side story there. When I was a senior, I was on this incredible fitness journey. My abs were literally washboards. All you need is some Downy detergent, and you could just... And it was because I was obsessed. I started counting calories with my parents. I ate hard-boiled eggs for breakfast, nuts as a snack, salmon and tilapia with some rice or a salad for lunch and dinner. I would wake up at 6 a.m. and run 2 miles. And I did Jbax. And this is before high school. And now my cat decides to sharpen his nails. Calvin, buddy, hi, baby. You're doing great, man. You gotta motivate your cats, too, and your dogs. You all know the drill. We're all here for it. But I would wake up at 6 a.m. I'd run 2 miles. I'd do Jbax before high school. And then I would go to basketball or soccer practice or a game. And I would burn a lot of calories. You know how it goes. And then I'd come home and I would run 3 to 4 more miles. Let's just take a second of how much time and effort and cardio I put into this. It was so unsustainable. It was too intense. I ended up falling off. I got super unmotivated. I shifted myself to drinking strawberries, like tall boy strawberries, or about a 12 pack of those small cans, like the whole 12 pack. Do you know how many calories is in that? The sugar? Literally, I was on a bender for those. And then I saw that a tall boy is 1,200 calories. And I was like, damn, that's why I feel like shit. Mind and body. So I slowed down on them and was on my way to college. And then when I got to college, I was back on my hot girl shit. Didn't get into a sorority. And my friends were 4 hours at the gym. That was their names, 4 hours at the gym. Bad joke. I ate tuna on my salad. And that was my type of fitness journey. That was unsustainable. So I shifted, again, to going out and socializing and drinking more. I went from 115 pounds to 155 pounds from December of 2013 to April of 14. And this is roughly, I'm totally guesstimating, but this is probably pretty accurate. And as you can see, there's a theme here. I burnt myself out every time. And I was still unhappy. And then I turned to drinking and partying and think that was going to fix everything. But that made me unhappy too. So when I finally came to a new journey, I told myself I was going to do something different. And honestly, I haven't looked back. Yes, there are better weeks than others, better days, better workout structures, but I started to believe in myself. I started to do it for me, slowly. And slowly meant that I wasn't satisfied, or when I wasn't satisfied with the results, I kept going. And I wasn't satisfied because they weren't happening fast enough. But I had to remind myself that 2 hours in the gym was enough. And then that 1 hour at the gym was enough. And you know where I'll take this. And then the journey stopped just being about my body, but about my mindset too. and about my personal growth and self-love. I will say this every time, every second of every day, actually. A fitness journey needs to be paired with a evolving your mind mindset and loving yourself every day. It should be a love yourself journey. We did something there. It can aid in you staying consistent on your fitness journey. And for your mind too. Hey. I'm going to drink some of my chai. I know we don't have breaks right now, but I'll take this as a break. If you guys are from the beginning of the podcast, you know I would do some fun breaks, and I love those. Those are great. But if you guys like Americanos, you know, where it's like 2 shots of espresso or however many shots of espresso you want, and then you put it in water. Well, I always do a tasty water, so I'll do a tea, whatever tea that may be. Right now it's chai, and I'd usually put 2 shots, so like a dirty chai without the chai stuff. I tried a jasmine pearl and 2 shots the other day. I wouldn't say I recommend it, but it wasn't bad. All right, anyways, back to the episode. I don't even know if that was an ad or just me chit-chatting. Let's chat with Jbax. So, my questions for you, my people, my listeners, my party people, to evaluate your personal fitness journey. Think, why did you fall off? When we set goals for ourselves, we set a timeline for it. We say, after X amount of days or X amount of weight, my goal is accomplished. We check that box. We feel rewarded, excited. We celebrate ourselves. And then sometimes we just stop. Our goal was met. It was hard work. So now it is time to rest. And that rest can turn into months. And then you may find yourself where you totally stop moving and have to make a similar goal to get back. When we find ourselves busy, absolutely slammed with life, such as work, social life, family, other stressors of life, we tell ourselves that we do not have time. And it takes time to love ourselves and to understand that. And sometimes it would stress us out if we would use the time that we think we don't have to move ourselves and challenge ourselves on this fitness journey. But again, let's remind ourselves that everything that we want for ourselves, mind, body, soul, it takes time. And it's challenging. So adding more challenges to the mix of your life with moving your body and going to the gym, doing something at home, seems like a lot. And honestly, I feel you. Sometimes when I have a lot on my plate in a day or a week, or I'm stressed the fuck out, I sometimes find that trying to squeeze in a workout makes me more stressed. And I acknowledge that. But that can't be every day. You must prioritize yourself. And remind yourself that even A 15 to 30-minute jog or hit or lift at home or the gym is so fucking beneficial. And think, how is this going to help you get to your goals of your fitness journey? And think, what did you like about your journey that you just fell off from? You had to like something about it, right? Did you feel more energized? Did you make smarter food choices? Did you prioritize yourself? Define what you are getting out of it and what the benefits could be if you got back on that journey. And think, what would you do differently? Just like you liked things about it, what did you not like about it? Were you too intense? Were you trying to work out 5 to 6 times a week for 60 to 90 to 120 minutes? Math, that's 2 hours. Were you putting yourself in the biggest caloric deficit that you were starving, cranky, or flat out unhappy with your meals each day? And I feel like I should define caloric deficit. That is when you cut calories. So our bodies say that we're on a 2,000 calories a day. A caloric deficit could potentially be 1,200 calories. Learn something new every day. Love that. Acknowledge what made you during this fitness journey and what the potential was that potentially made you drop off, and how would you go at it differently. And lastly, think, are you incorporating self-love, mindset, overall mindfulness into your journey, your fitness journey, your love yourself journey? You must be kind to your mind, because that means you're being kind to your body, which means that you will want to keep at it, working on yourself, because you will be inspired by more than just one aspect. And no, the mindset journey is not any easier than the fitness journey, I have to admit. But it is so worth it. And it can really be your supporter when you are feeling like you want to give up on your individual journey. And remember who you are doing this for. It's you. And remember why you are doing this journey. For you. Ooh, my eyes kind of wanted to leak some tears there, because I'm rooting for you all, just as I root for myself. And I hope you root for yourself too, and know how important that is. Your own personal fitness journey is immaculate. It's not perfect. It may be inconsistent at first, may be a little messy. You may start for 6 weeks, go to Italy, come back, and think that you're done for. But just keep going. I believe in you. Do you believe in you? Thank you, my friends, for listening to your personal fitness journey and watching this on YouTube with me. And I'm thinking of how I can add things, be a little different. And I will admit, I get on TikTok quite for 30 minutes a day. Not that bad. And I have found that instead of watching dancing videos like I did when COVID first started, when the pandemic first started, I have found that there are amazing TikToks and amazing accounts that really make you think, really inspire you, and I'm happy to share them with anyone who wants me to share them. But I follow this account called Your Journal _. No one got hit. Everyone's okay. Have you heard that beep? So Your Journal _ and just a bunch of journals, if you guys can see. So just a bunch of journal prompts. And I don't know. We'll try it out. I'm just going to scroll. I haven't pre-picked them. And I'm just going to like rawly answer one, I guess. I'm kind of nervous. Why did I decide to do this? I don't know. Okay, close my eyes. Okay. Journal number 118. What's something you would give up everything for? What is something I would give up everything for? That's such a difficult question. I have so much in my life. I'm so grateful. What would I give up everything for? Wow, I didn't think I was going to be stumped at this. Usually I feel like I have the answer to everything and things come so easily to me. What would I give up everything for? While I'm stumped on this question, I hope you are thinking about this question for yourself and potentially you already have an answer of what you would give up everything for. I think I would give up everything to never not be me. And that's where I'm at in my life. If you asked me this question a few years ago, if you ask me in the future, it may mean something totally different. But right now, I'm in my own journey for self-love and continually to do that. And I would give up everything just to be me, to love me deeply for everything I have. And I will wrap up this episode with something I've been sharing with some friends recently. And sometimes when I answer questions or I am just speaking sometimes something gets in my head where I think that my answers or what I have to say aren't valid, that they're not accepted by the other person. And I said what I said, and I mean it, and there's no right or wrong answer. And I have to remind myself that. So if you need that reminder, here it is for you. Thank you, my friends, for spending this time with me, sharing the past almost 30 minutes with me, and listening to this episode of Let's Chat with Jbax on YouTube. I will be answering some questions that people send in on Instagram on my episode that's going to be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So if you want to hear your question or a question of others about their personal fitness journey or things they may be struggling with their fitness journey, go ahead, hit the description. Links are in there. Subscribe, give me a like, share this with a friend, and comment below on what you think. You guys are absolutely amazing. Your fitness journey is incredible wherever it is, whether you've started, stopped, have been at it for 6 years, 2 years, 1 month, one day. I'm proud of you. And I hope you root for yourself. XO, XO. Love y'all.